Alright, guys, I am gonna review one of the craziest movies I have ever seen in my entire life. This is so crazy. And I'm gonna switch it up. I'm actually gonna do a quick review, spoiler free, but I have to talk about this movie in detail, and it won't be spoiler free. So let's do it.
And now, your mama knows. One, two, three, four.
All right, so let's get through this really quick. All right, so my wife wanted to watch this movie called Girl in the Basement. She been wanted to see it. Then all of a sudden, all these people on Facebook start talking about it. And I was like, sure, whatever, I'll watch it. Girl in the Basement. Okay, whatever. So the story was this girl who got put in the basement. And I can't say much or I'll spoil it, but we're going to spoil it after this. She was abducted pretty much, put in the basement, and the person who abducted her had a kid with her, and then had another kid. It's similar to that movie called The Room, or called Room, something like that, where a girl got abducted and lived in the basement and had a kid. And the kid never went outside, so that's the only world he knew. Well, she was in there for 20 years and had multiple kids. It was just crazy. So the story was out of this world, but it was so good. So now let's just simply talk about my expectations. I ain't know she want to watch this movie. Sure, my wife want to watch the movie. Let's watch the movie. So my expectations was over the moon and back. Like, it blew my mind. Like, whoa. So my expectations was mind blown. Entertaining. Listen, man, I was on the edge of my seat from like the first 20 minutes. Once I get into it, you're not finishing this movie unless you're like, I can't do this. I can't do this. But everything about this was entertaining. Like, I literally wanted to watch it back after it ended. I'm like, I didn't just watch that. I will watch this again right now. So, it was entertaining. Very entertaining. All right, guys, so check it out. This is the part where I can't help it. So this I got to talk about it. So listen, if you don't want the movie to be ruined, this is your chance to leave. But I have to. I cannot contain this without talking about it. Like, I can't. So what the f? So I'll start from the beginning. So the girl's the regular average teenager. She's like 17 years old, but she's, seemed like I guess she got a smart mouth or whatever. Her dad is kind of pissed off, don't like it, right? So she want to go to a party. Her dad's like, no, you can't go to a party. She sneaks out the window, go to a party, meet up with her boyfriend. They're kissing, blah, blah, blah. He brings her home in the morning. Her dad's sitting there waiting for her. And he's like, oh, okay, okay, okay. Now, let me back up a little bit. Before that, she's saying how she hates being home. When she turned 18, she's gonna, go to Florida and then go all travel the world, right? That's her plan. Nothing's gonna hold me here. Once I'm 18, I'm leaving. So, fast forward, she comes home next day from with her boyfriend. Her dad's like, okay, I got something for you. Now, what he was planning from months when his daughter was saying how when she turned 18, I guess it was like 3 months before she was 18, this crazy individual had like a bomb shelter, right? And his wife didn't even know. That's what I want to know. How your wife not know your house has a bomb shelter? Like, you buy this house and you never said, hey, we got a bomb shelter? Okay, that didn't make actually that was pretty dumb. So that made no sense. So anyway, this fool set up the bomb shelter because he planned when my daughter turned 18, she thinks she's moving out, but no, she's going to live in the basement. Hence, girl in the basement. So, her mom went to the store. She was home alone. He came up to her and said, hey, I need you to help me take something downstairs. She helps him take something downstairs into the secret room. She's like, what is this room? And it goes far back, like, it's crazy, right? So he get her in a room, slams the door, says, "You're going to start respecting me. You're going to be staying down here." She's like, "What are you talking about? It's about to get crazy. You could leave now, but it's about to get crazy." He rapes his daughter. No, that's exactly what I said. He rapes his daughter, locks her in there, and goes upstairs. So long story short, it fast forward like it was like days, couple of days. He would come bring her food and stuff. Next thing you know, it said 300 because it was almost a year later. It said like 364 days or something, and she's pregnant. And you're like, wait, what? So she has the baby down there all by herself. He comes home one day. Mind you, the mom is upstairs. The mom thinks her daughter ran away or was kidnapped or something. So the mom is like the whole time trying to figure out what happened to her daughter, where her daughter went, right? And she's living downstairs in the same house. This movie just was blowing my mind. She has a sister, and her sister thinks she's gone too, but her sister doesn't live at home. Um, oh my God. Anyways, they fast forward more time. She's pregnant again. Yes, she's pregnant again. So at this point, he tells her, "Don't call me dad anymore. Call me Don." Yes. So she refers to him as Don. She knows she's living in her basement and her family is upstairs, but no one knows where she's at.
Nobody can hear her because it's soundproof.
Yes. So the kids start getting older. She have a third kid, and at this point she's like, "Listen, I can't take care of 3 kids. It's too small down here." And the kids just think this is life. They never been outside. And so she come up with a plan. Hey, take my third kid and give it to my mom and just ease my mom conscience that I'm not dead or something. So the doorbell rings. The mom goes through the door. It's a baby in a basket with a note from her saying, "Hey, mom, I'm fine. I got a boyfriend, and this is our baby. We can't take care of the baby. Can you take care of the baby?" So now her mom's like, "Okay, my daughter's not dead. Cool. She can stop trying to search for her and take care of the kid, which is her grandkid." But okay, let's not even go down. It's crazy. So anyway, it fast forwards again. I'm skipping a lot, guys, but what the F? The grandkid is like 17 years old, or like 16 years old. Now the mom is like in her 30s, or the girl, she's in her 30s. The kids she got in the basement are like, almost 18 and I don't know, 16 or something. So yeah, I guess then the kid upstairs had to be like 14 or whatever. He's younger, obviously. It's just the craziest thing. So I'm going to get through it. So a lot has happened. You have to watch this movie. So she gets pregnant again. And dude, she got a big stomach and he beat her up because they had an argument and she lose the baby. And he buried the baby outside. So anyway, he gets to the point where, okay, he's running out of money. He just figured he's going to kill him. So he go into his garage, put a water hose in the not the gas tank, but in the exhaust pipe, runs it and sticks it to the downstairs. And as they're sleeping, figure he'll run the exhaust. But then the grandson comes out and say, "Hey, Grandpa, what you doing?" He's like, "Oh, what's going on?" So he gets out the car and to make him have a change of heart. Mind you, that's his son and his grandson. Okay, let's not go there. So he decides to go down there and he's talking to them. Well, I'm fast forwarding a little bit. The daughter, not his daughter. Well, yeah, his daughter and his granddaughter. Okay. Anyway, the young girl has asthma attacks, and so she's like wheezing and stuff. And the mom is like, not from the carbon monoxide. This is a couple years later. So the mom is like, "Listen, you got to take her to the hospital." So she convinced him to take the kid out of the house, but say, "No, the son is staying there. And if the son, you do something crazy, the son will die in there because no one even knows he's down there." So they go to the hospital. Mind you, at this point, he's like, "You're no longer trapped. You could tell the cops. He can't do nothing to you." So they go to the hospital. The girl almost dies, but they shock her or whatever. They bring her back, resuscitate her. She lives, and then they said, hey, we noticed she don't have any shot records or anything ever. So could you fill out some information so we get some information? Well, duh, she's been living in a basement her whole life. She's like 18 years old at this point. Never been to the doctors. I wonder how that even works out. Anyway, so what about the dentist or anything? Well, I don't know. So anyway, the girl the mother pushes over a cup of water and it spills on the paperwork. So he gets up to go dry off the paperwork. He's like, damn you. So he walks away and she get the idea like, okay, now let me go for it. So she start walking away. He realized she's walking away. He tried to chase her down. She start walking really fast. Go to the nurse. They got a cop by him. And she said, help me, please. The cop goes, and long story short, they arrest him. The daughter's fine. The daughter wake up in the hospital like, where am I? She's like, this is a hospital. And they arrest the dude, save the other kid in the basement, have to explain everything. And at some point earlier on, she explained to the kids that my husband is your dad. Well, no, they thought.
Her dad.
No. The kids thought. Remember, the one daughter was like,
yeah.
you should get a divorce when we get out of here. So she explains to them that that's your dad and my dad. And because she was telling this story about a princess being trapped and wings getting cut off. You got to see the movie, but I'm blah, 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 right? It was, oh my God, this movie is, I can't believe they made this movie. This movie is just, but it's so good. And guys, it's a Lifetime movie. That's why Lifetime, you can't play with Lifetime, man. It's a Lifetime movie. But guys, you gotta watch the movie. There's a lot of left out, like the boyfriend try to come find her, and he comes back to the house like 3 years later, and the husband is like, or the dad is like, oh, you didn't know she went away with Steve to Florida, and he's like, what? And so he thinks she really ran away with some other dude, and then years later he comes back and the sister's like, hey, how you doing? He's like, yeah, how your sister's doing with Steve? She's like, Steve, what the hell are you talking about? Like, we never found her sister. It's like, what? I came here years ago and your dad told me she left to Florida with Steve. It's like, wait, what? So I'm not gonna say any more because there's so many holes I left out. So you still could enjoy the movie, but it's wow. It's wow. So with that said, guys, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you check out all my other content. Make sure you check out all my other movie reviews. Make sure you go to my playlist. That's where you can see everything. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank everybody for being a part of the channel. And with that said,
And now your mama knows.